Good morning, everyone. Let's see if we can get these chats set up properly. I think, there we go. There we go. All right. Looks like it's coming online. We're warming up. We're kicking the tires, lighting the fires. It's Friday. Friday, finally. Boy, what a week, huh? What a week. So much happening. So much going on. Good morning, Alex.
Morning. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm just getting things set up here. See if we can get this party started. It doesn't look like Dave's going to be joining us.
Okay.
He sent a text. I don't know if James is going to be here, but
I talked to him last night.
Oh, and is he coming on today?
Yes, he said he would be here.
Oh, okay, good. So we have, happy Friday from Ben. Big Ben. All right, well, let's see here. I think we've got that set up there. Let's say some good mornings and see where we're at. Benji 1959. Ben, good morning. Mark Matson. PJ Party Peggy is here. Good morning, PJ. Gary Murphy, Tanya Moonsheimer, Chris Romano, Marianne Thompson, Nut, grand rising to you as well, Nut. Joy, good morning, Joy. Beaver from Colorado Springs. Ego said good morning from Dave's neighborhood in Iowa. Good morning, Ego. Well, and there is James. Let me get him loaded up here.
I got it.
Mary Lee's Brown, good morning.
And there's Dave.
Hits, good morning, Hits, Hitesh. And Hits, I did get that email from you. Thank you for sending it. Yeah, Hitesh. What's up?
Dave's in the gallery. If you want to come up, Dave, hit the invite button.
So Hits sent me an email, and it was a post from Truth Social, and it was a graph. I can't remember what it was about, but it looked like a middle finger. And he said, "Do you think that's what it is?" And I said, "Well, it sure looks like it to me. I don't know." Cindy Lou is here. Good morning, Cindy Lou. Jan, loving being grandma. Friday, yay. Good morning. Exactly. I agree. King's Girl 1974. Wendy is here. I'm married to Bob. D, good morning, D. Oh, Magic. Good morning, Magic. Towie Bixby. Good morning, Towie. Dave said he's driving, so it doesn't look like he's going to be able to join us. Lee, good morning. Let's see. I wonder if the feeds on the other platforms are working, Alex, because I haven't seen anything over there yet.
That's what I'm checking as we speak. Yep, okay. We're live.
Good morning, James.
Good morning, sir.
Glad you could make it this morning, sir.
Yeah, I'm playing hooky.
You are? Oh, okay. Good. Let's see here. Iowa Princess Amy is here. Good morning, Amy. Baby Whale. Good morning. All right. Well, let's see here. Oh, John Gwynn just popped in. Good morning, John. Wendy. Let's see. Anna Lee is here. Good morning, Anna. Oh, Mary Lee Brown. Wendy J. What was that, Alex?
I didn't say anything, sir.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, are you queued up for... Oh, hey, Larry just showed up. Oh, nice. Caesar hat. I like that.
Hail Caesar.
Exactly. Oh, boy, let's not get started on that. We get any trolls in here today, they're going to be drawing parallels between Caesar and you-know-who. Mystic drink from John. Thank you, John.
This is the All Kings podcast.
Right, exactly. You know, I still don't know why Trump posted that fighter jet with the dumping the garbage on people. I don't get that at all.
Probably because it just tickled his funny bone.
Probably. God, sometimes President Trump, we might have to have a little talk, sir. You might have to call me on the bat phone, and we have to have a little discussion, I think.
But Sam, it wasn't stuff. It was fecal matter.
Well, you know what I meant. Exactly. Larry said he just started his tangy tangerine. Good job, Larry. If you have any questions, just shoot me a message. I'll be happy to answer anything I can. And for all of you who don't know, the supplements that I take, if you go to my website, click on the Get Your Supplements button, that's where you can order Beyond Tangy Tangerine. And I would encourage everyone to get it. I've been on it for years. It's a great product. Jane Handy just showed up. Benji said, I think it's Baron. What you think? What's Baron? I don't know. Teresa's here. Dana Mackey, Terry Dykes. Good morning.
Oh, Baron that posted the fighter jet. That's what he's saying.
Oh, it was? I thought it was on Trump's Truth Social.
There's a running theory that Baron is in control of the social medias.
Oh, well, between him and Dan Scavino, I wouldn't be surprised. All right. Well, let's see here, Alex. Are you ready for some indices?
Sure.
There we go.
Good morning, everybody, on this wonderful Friday, October 24th, 2025. Markets are looking good today. S&P 500 up 64 points to 6,803. The Dow is up 557 points to 47,292. The NASDAQ is up 284 points to 23,226. When the markets go up, the gold goes down. Womp, womp, womp. Gold sitting down $2, a whopping $2.
John Gwynn just said the steak report.
The steak report. I think I'm still safe. We got 2 more months to go. But looking at gold right now, it's down $2.60 at 4,148. Silver is down 5 cents to $48.65. Meanwhile, crude oil is up 42 cents at $62.21. Looking at the other stake report, I'm still safe. Bitcoin 109,997. It's up 0.2%. Ethereum up 0.2% to 3,882. XRP up 2% to $2.48. Cardano is up 0.4% at 64 cents. XLM, Stellar Lumens, is up 0.6% at 31 cents. SUI, pretty much holding even at $2.45. HBAR up 2% at 17 cents. And we know until the 28th, so 4 more days, there are no deltas, no drops, no zilch nadas.
Yep, exactly. Hey, Alex, did you mention the crude oil? I didn't hear that.
I did. It was at, give me just a second, $62.21.
You know, the price of gas has gone up here in California. We're paying like $4.50 a gallon. And I'm just shocked that something hasn't happened with that yet. I mean, I'm sure it's coming, but my gosh, talk about sticker shock.
Nathan has got to have his Starbucks.
Yeah, no kidding. Isn't that the truth? Jeez. Let's see here. Oh, hey, Randall Man is here. Randy. Hey, Randy. Glad you could join us this morning, brother. Let's see. We have John, the steak report that just cracks me up. Lisa Maria. Good morning, Lisa. Glad you're here. Kevin Kiesler just showed up. Good morning, Kevin. The Bill Ball IQ said too low isn't good though, but definitely things are changing or cheapening, I should say.
Talk about oil.
Yeah, Chris Romano said she's paying $2.64 where she's at. Wow,
it's about what it's running in Kansas. To $2.80.
Yeah, huh. Jerry BR549 just showed up. Hey, Jerry. Richard Pacente is here over on YouTube. David Duke over on YouTube as well. Welcome in, everybody. All right, let's see. Mary Lynn is here from Utah. Hey, Mary Lynn.
Morning.
James, are you ready for a military report?
Yes, sir. I have some information. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Friday, the 22nd day of the government shutdown. The United States has carried out another military strike against a vessel carrying illegal drugs in the Caribbean. The Secretary of War says that strike took out 6 on board. This morning, Hexas said in social media that this vessel was known by our intelligence to be involved in illicit narcotics smuggling and was transiting along a known narco-trafficking route and carrying narcotics. Can't prove that, but that's what it was. Since this was the first night strike, what these people failed to understand is it doesn't matter day or night, we can see you. The strikes have drawn widespread condemnation from the civil liberties groups in several South American countries. Secretary Hegsis said that this vessel was operated by Tren de Aragua and is a designated terrorist organization. America is exercising our powers under Article 2 of the U.S. Constitution, allowing U.S. military to use U.S. military force in self-defense.
Excellent. Thank you, James. You know, we were talking about military, and it just came to mind. I interviewed a gal by the name of Patriot Barbie. God, it's probably been a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. And I just saw that she just came on TikTok. And so I sent her a message this morning. I'd love to have her on. Lindsay, if you're listening to this broadcast, send me a message. I would love to have you on the show. So we had a lot of people in here posting what they're paying in terms of gas. And we had Tammy Tyree said $2.47 in the Gulf of Florida. Tina Kelly, $3.35 in Indiana. Hypothetically Lucky, $3.79 in Mississippi. Dawn Tatum, $4.79 in San Diego. That's even higher than here in LA. Cindy Lou, $2.57 in North Carolina. Latina Boss Lady, $3.25 in Pennsylvania. FFCG, $2.34 in Frisco, Texas. Wow, it's just crazy. Rick Senior's here. Good morning, Rick.
Well, the closer you get to refineries, the cheaper it's going to be. In Texas, down around the Gulf area, Houston, there are some very large refineries. So,
Golden Girls, Arizona, $3.25. Sun City, Arizona. Interesting. Oh wow, Pureblood Holly John said $5.29 in Fallbrook. Wow, that's crazy. Oh well, I guess it's time will tell.
Is that
David Duke over on
unleaded, or
YouTube?
is that premium unleaded?
Oh, that I don't know. David Duke said, "How's the big beautiful ballroom and helipad going?" Well, I saw this meme. I don't know if you can pull it up or not, Alex. The one from Dave where it shows the addition to the White House with the tower.
Yeah,
I don't know if you.
Oh, we pulled it up yesterday. Everybody saw it.
Oh, did we? Okay. All right. Yeah, that just kind of cracked me up. John Gwynn said, America, Trump, and the Daily Dispatch. I love it. Thanks, John. Scotty Too Hottie. Yeah, remember we get an extra $1.50 in tax in California. Yeah, thanks, Gavin. Exactly. Isn't that the truth? Extreme Diecast just showed up. Hey, Extreme. All right. So let's jump into some stories, and then we're going to start off with the big one. And the big one is Kash Patel came out yesterday and announced that the FBI has busted an NBA sports rigging ring guilty of tens of millions of dollars in fraud and theft. The arrest included current and former NBA players, as well as members of the Gambino, Bonanno, and Lucchese crime families. And then that was followed up immediately with the New York FBI Assistant Director Chris Rea revealing that NBA players and coaches were allegedly used by the Italian mafia to lure high-stakes poker players into rigged games. The games were fixed using X-ray technology, with the profits funneled back to fund the Italian mafia family. So I think it was two different indictments, or two different stings, so to speak. One was rigging games, and the other was the poker. Alex, what do you think of all this?
Well, I mean, if you're going to do one, why wouldn't you do the other? I mean, morals are morals, and now we see where they're at. But they would get wealthy people to come to these poker games, and everybody in the room that would be playing against them knew that it was rigged to try and drain the wealthy person's bank account while they were gambling. Morally, ethically wrong. I'm not surprised. I don't think we talked about this yesterday. I don't think any of us are, but it's a great example of the FBI doing what the FBI is supposed to be doing.
Yeah, 100%. James, what are your thoughts?
You know, one has to speculate, does this go into NFL, the WNBA? I mean, what other sports are involved in this? And I think it's all of them.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Wow, that was really cool. What was that? A pumpkin something from Mary Lee's Brown. Thank you, Mary Lee's. Um, so there was hey, Country Living's here from East Texas. Hey, Country Living. Mark Matson said, is the NFL next? Good question. Martin's WB. Good morning, Martin. B Better is here. Good morning, B. John Gwynn said, Ocean's 13. Boy, isn't that the truth? There is so much happening. I'm kind of curious what everybody thinks. Let's do a survey. I personally think that the majority of professional sports are either scripted or rigged. If you think that they're scripted or rigged, put 1. If you don't think they are, put 2. 1, scripted and rigged. 2, they're not. Alex, what do you think?
There's bad people in every industry, every space, every place, but I have to believe that there's more good people than there are bad. So I'm not surprised by it.
Right. Yeah. James, what do you think?
I think it's both. What it does do is it sours the taste in people's mouths to even watch it. So they wanted to believe that ticket sales and merch was what backed the monies that they pay these players, unbelievable amounts of money. And I think you and I and everybody in this whole chat knows better that there's funds coming from other sources to make this happen, and they're using it for their benefit.
100%. So let's see what some of the responses are. The Alex, of course, the first one, 3, of course. Hits 1, Gen X Holtz 1, Extreme Diecast 1, Kevin Kiesler 1, I'm Married to Bob 1, Jan Levin B and Grandma 1, Martin's WB 1. Hey, Pat's here. Hey, Pat. Let me know if you want to come on. King's Girl 1974 1, Jerry BR 74 1, Terry Dykes 1, Sherry 1. Let's see, Towie Bixby 1, Dana Mackey 1, Lynn Brooks 1, Mary Lee's Brown 1, Chris Romano 1. Yeah, overwhelmingly, it looks like people believe it's rigged. I just have to think so. And also, too, you guys, before I forget, today is Health and Wellness Friday. Dr. Glidden should be joining us at some point. If you would keep an eye out for him. And if you haven't subscribed yet on TikTok, hit the subscription button. We will be doing a subscriber only live today.
He's in the chat and a request pending. So whenever you're ready.
Who?
Dr. Glidden.
Oh, okay. And then Dr. Glidden is going to be making a special offer to our viewers. But if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscription button. John Langlo says 1 as well. All right. Well, let's see here. Eric Adams going to endorse Andrew Cuomo in New York City mayor's race today, or New York City mayor race. James, what do you think? More exposure?
Sure. I think they're bringing it all to light. Slowly but surely, each and every one's going to be found out. And the bad things that person has done, the list is so long that I don't have enough ink to write it all out.
Yeah, exactly. Alex, what are you snickering about?
Fox in the hen house.
Yeah, isn't that the truth? God, isn't that the truth? Excuse me. Let's see. Oh, hey, Sherry just showed up from East Tennessee. Hey, Sherry. Excuse me, everybody. So President Trump was talking about the federal government, and he said that they were preparing to surge into San Francisco, California on Saturday, but friends who he knows who live in the area called and asked him not to go forward with the surge and that the mayor, Daniel Lurie, was making substantial progress. It just seems really bizarre. How many times has President Trump said we don't telegraph our punches? And then he comes out and spills this. James, what do you make of it?
I think a lot of times it propels local governments to take some sort of action to prevent the United States or the Trump administration from infiltrating. And as you've said about a lot of topics, Sam, a lot of this has probably already happened. If any time that there's some sort of government group, political group going to California in any city, their local government brings out the garbage trucks, takes the tents down, moves everybody to a segregated part of town, and they don't go there. So I think this has already happened.
Yeah, 100% I agree. And I think it happened quite some time ago. This is just the optical rollout of it. Alex, any thoughts?
No, sir.
Okay. So everybody on TikTok, if you would, whatever platform you're on, please share the show out. Share it with all of your friends. Dr. Glidden's going to be coming on in just a minute, and we want to get as many people up to speed on health and wellness as possible. So if you would share out the show on all platforms. Oh, I didn't see Richard Pacente had a 1 on there for the rigging of sports. Wow, David Duke said in the UK the gas is $8.18 a gallon. Wow, that is crazy. $8.18. Talk about crashing an economy. Wow. All right, so Carolyn Levitt basically called out the Democrats yesterday, talking about them sending money to illegal aliens. And she brought receipts. She said an illegal alien from Laos was arrested for murder, robbery, and felony, and possession of a firearm. An illegal alien from Guatemala was arrested for rape and burglary. An illegal alien from El Salvador was arrested for strangulation, DUI, and burglary. And they all got benefits. Our taxpayer dollars. James, what do you think?
Oof, that brings the temperature up rapidly. I've been involved in something similar. You know the outcome of that. I actually won the victory, and that person is no longer here. But it really. Go ahead, Alex. Say it. Your mic is muted for a reason, sir.
No longer in the country. I just want to clarify. He's no longer in the country.
Yeah,
Gandhi.
there you go.
Gandhi.
Yeah.
So I think what the government should do, and I would like to see, I would like to see our government offer some sort of stipend for, hey, let's come together as a group of people and let's take care of our own business and get them out of here for some sort of reward, maybe. I think we could straighten up the country a lot faster if they helped seek these people out by some benefit to our society. And they shag them out just like the last one. Shell them, baby.
There you go, Alex.
I mean, I think we should just create an app. I mean, they've got apps to track and report, and apps to get in, and apps to get out. Why can't we have an app to anonymously report?
Yeah, exactly.
Good idea, James.
Exactly. Wow, everybody's sharing out the show. Excellent. Thank you, everyone. Christine Thomas said that is a bounty. Yeah, well, I guess you could look at it that way. Extreme Diecast said, coded terms, Halloween is canceled, EBS hint. Huh. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I don't know how you could cancel Halloween, but I don't know. That's interesting. Very interesting post. Hey, Kathleen Paschke's.
If Halloween's canceled, I'm going to need somebody to send in a recovery team.
Exactly. Allie's not going to be happy about that. Kathleen Paschke's here over on Facebook. Good morning, Kathleen. All right. So yesterday, Tucker Carlson made a statement, posted it. He said that it's historic. $198 billion September surplus. Biggest in U.S. history. Deficit shrunk by $41 billion. Now, how many followers does Tucker Carlson have? A whole hell of a lot more than CNN and MSNBC combined. Well, what do you make of it, Alex?
Facts, receipts, truth. We say it all the time. Discernment, and trust but verify, right? So the receipts are coming in, folks. It's the golden era. It's coming.
Yep, James.
I think that Tucker takes pleasure in making posts like that just to rile up the Democrats. I mean, that's a kick in the ass, kick in the ribs, whatever you want to call it. But I think he does a lot of it just for his own entertainment.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
And it's for me too. I celebrate, dance like a wild man when shit like that happens. You know me. I kind of
exactly. And then right on the heels of that, President Trump was asked about Adam Schiff and if there was possibly a grand jury deliberating an indictment of him. And his response was, I hope it's true. But then he went off on Schiff in multiple ways. Alex, did you see that?
Yeah. It's they're to put it in Jamesisms, interstate inmateisms. Their goose is cooked.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. All right. So this story is very interesting. We've talked about this before. Trump reveals an anonymous billionaire has just sent in a check for $130 million to keep paying our troops. He also said that the person doesn't want to be named or recognized. Now, as I said in the dispatch, I have a feeling that the name of that person rhymes with the name Shmilon, but I don't know for sure. I don't think any of us do. What do you think, James? Who do you think's the anonymous donor?
You're probably over the target with that. I actually think that's a huge move, and it's not just for our troops; it's for our air traffic controllers too. We touched on this subject the other day about this donation coming to keep things moving along. We're only in day 22. We're coming up to another first of the month payment, and I, as a veteran, get my stipend too, and it may or may not be there. So, planning for the future, maybe I'll have to sell all my XRP ahead of time and just pretend that it was $1,000, and I'll have to buy that damn steak for Alex. Who knows?
Now, let's not panic at this point, James. All right, so. All right, everybody, let's bring Dr. Glidden.
What about Jared Isaacman?
I'm not sure who that is.
It's another very wealthy person that's potentially a donor. But let's get the doc on board.
All right, Dr. Glidden, we're bringing you on now. I hope you're still there. Let's see if he can show up here. There he is, Dr. Glidden. Good morning, sir.
Bada bing, bada boom. Good morning, gentlemen. Yeah, I bet it was Musk that did that.
That's what I think. And I think if we are in continuity of government, I think that there is a lot of things, a lot of machinations taking place behind the scenes that we're not aware of. And who knows where that money's really coming from.
I saw they were, somebody was, they brought Pritzker into Congress a couple of months ago to ask him questions about what Chicago was doing with illegal immigrants. And Pritzker kept saying, they're not illegal immigrants, they're people seeking asylum. And I don't know why anybody didn't call him out on that, because there are rules for people who are seeking asylum, and none of those were handled by the people coming into the country. It would have been a slam dunk. I think I don't know. Trump's done a lot to clean things up. He's going to keep doing things to clean things up. I hope there's more urgency with people like Pritzker moving forward, because it's just a crap show. The only reason—
You mean the guy that claimed he made $1.4 million on gambling bets? That guy?
Yeah, that guy.
Jesus.
It's kind of crazy, right?
It kind of crazy. I mean, my gosh, we are so far off the rails, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
But fortunately, those rails are being rebuilt.
All right, let's go.
All right. So, Doc, the first thing we're going to do is, are you going to be able to stick with us for the subscriber only live?
When is that?
Right after the show in about 15 minutes.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. We usually end the show a little early, the regular show, and go to the subscriber only live. So we're going to plan on doing that. But Doc, in the meantime, what you and I discussed yesterday, would you kind of give everybody an overview? And Alex, we have to figure out how to do this, but Doc, go ahead.
Yeah, so for my subscribers, for 2 hours every week on my website, I have a live Q&A where people show up and they type in questions, and I do my very best to answer them to help them figure out what to do to get on the other side of their health. And what I want to do for Alex's followers is to have a free event for all of Alex's followers. You don't have to be a subscriber. You just show up at my website at a particular time. I'm going to have a code that you have to type in to get into the live Q&A session. But I want to do a free live Q&A for 1 hour for all of Sam's followers in order to just give people a taste of what they're missing, because I'm I'm telling you, and I don't know why this is such a hard sell, but people are suffering needlessly. And for most of the conditions that most people go to the doctor for, most of the time, you don't need a private appointment with the doctor. You certainly don't need to go see the MD. You just need someone to tell you what to do. So I'm going to tell you what to do for free. We just have to figure out a date and a time, and then I'll roll it out on the website, and everybody wins.
So, Doc, what people would have to do is go to my website to click your link and then get to your website, or do they go right to your website?
No. They go to your website. They click on your link. That'll
Okay.
take them to my website. And on the website, there's going to be a big banner that says, click here to enter into the Q&A for Sam's followers.
Okay.
They'll click on that, and then they'll just have to type in a password. And we need to come up with a creative password, I think.
Okay. Well, I'm sure we can figure something out.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody, what Doc explained again, we're going to put together a question and answer for all of my followers. Now, this whether you're on TikTok, Rumble, X, YouTube, or Facebook, right, Doc?
That's right. Doesn't matter.
Okay. Doesn't matter what platform you're on. Doesn't matter if you're a subscriber or not. You're going to go to my website where Alex is showing you right there, the Dr. Glidden button in the upper right-hand corner. You're going to click on that link, and then it's going to take you to his website where there will be a banner saying if you are Sam Shalhoub's follower or listener, you can join this question and answer. So the question I have for everybody in the chat on all platforms, we're trying to figure out if morning or afternoon would be better. Morning being 9 a.m. Pacific time-ish. Well, I guess it wouldn't be 9 a.m. Probably be more like 10 a.m. Pacific time. Or weekdays, weekends, morning, afternoon. So if you would, put it in the chat what you think would be best for you, and we'll try and figure it out. So morning, I should say weekday or weekend, morning or afternoon. Those are the two questions.
Or I can do evening. We can do evening. We can do early evening. Like 8 p.m.
Well, I just think that because we do the show in the mornings, I'm guessing most of our followers are watching in the morning and available in the morning, but I don't know for sure.
That's a good point. It doesn't matter to me. Whatever time anybody wants to do it, I'll show up as long as I have a week's notice. We're good.
Very good.
Okay, so
thank you.
Yeah.
yes, absolutely, Doc. Thank you. So we've got weekend, Monday or Tuesday is best for me, according to Wendy. Mary Lee's Brown, mornings. After Cindy Lou, afternoon. Scotty Too Hottie, weekday afternoon. King's Girl, morning is best for me. Rick Senior, I'm retired. Suit yourself. Okay. Sherry on the weekend, hits on the weekend afternoons. Jan Love and Be a Grandma, weekday mornings. Okay, so it's all over the place. It looks like mornings is the best. Maybe we do a morning weekend. Is that something you can do, Doc, on a Saturday?
Yep. I can't do it next Saturday. I'll be in Seattle, but after that,
Okay.
I could do that.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll continue to put some feelers out there and see what everybody comes back with. Alex, any suggestion?
I'm good with whatever. And correct me if I'm wrong, Doc, but
Like I can't hear him.
yeah, I know I got a phone call. Sorry about that.
Right.
The Q&As are archived. So if someone can't make the show time that we end up picking, they will still be able to go to Sam's link and click on your site. And if they have the password, will they be able to rewatch the Q&A later?
100%.
Okay. Yeah. So,
Well,
so
and
just
that's
Idea. So yeah, it will be recorded and it will be archived, and it will be archived in front of the paywall. So you won't need a subscription to be able to see it, but you will need the password. And we'll
Okay.
have to come up
And then,
with a creative
Alex,
password.
could we take that recording and put it on all the other platforms after the fact?
that's up to Doc. We'd have to.
Yeah, that's fine with me, but here's the deal. A little while ago, I started. I had the bright idea. Well, I need to let more people know about what I'm doing. So I started streaming my live Q&As on YouTube, right? And I also streamed them on Rumble. I had no problem with Rumble whatsoever, but YouTube banned me for 3 months because it said that my Q&As were disseminating medical misinformation. So if you stream my Q&A on YouTube, you're probably going to get shut down.
Well, I don't know that we're going to stream it, but I was thinking we could post it afterward.
Well, it won't matter because it will be available on YouTube, and YouTube doesn't like me.
Okay, well then maybe we keep it on Rumble, X, and Facebook.
I just
or
don't
something
want to
like that.
see you get hurt because of me. I'd feel horrible about that.
Yeah. No big deal. All right, well, let's see here. So, all right, everybody, Doc is with us here for a little bit. Let's get a couple questions in before we get to the subscriber only live. Richard Pacente over on YouTube said, "Thank you, Doc. You're a good man."
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm happy to help.
David Duke said, "If only knowledge was free in the public domain." Well, it's getting there. It's come a long way from where it was 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see. Teresa Freya, contractor, said, "I'm not surprised they would do that." Well, it is coming around now. YouTube, literally, I started all of the platforms at the same time. I have 1,800 followers on YouTube, and I have over 80,000 on TikTok. So do the math. YouTube has been crazy, but in the recent past, YouTube has now monetized my channel, and they're letting people actually subscribe to my channel, which is unbelievable to me because it's never been that way in the last almost 3 years. So we'll just play it by ear and see how it works out. So Kathleen Garcia said, "How do I get Sam's link?" So the way it's going to work, everybody, you're going to go to my website, samshalhoub.com. In the upper right-hand corner, you're going to see Dr. Glidden's button. And we'll let you know when it's not there yet. But once it is, we'll walk everybody through it again so you can figure out how to get. It'll be very simple. You'll have a couple of clicks and you'll be there. So we'll see. We'll see as that goes forward. So, Doc, the first question from RA: can severe neuropathy be reversed?
Perhaps. I've seen neuropathy be reversed. And remember, there's no such thing as neuropathy. You can't treat neuropathy. You can treat a person who's been told by a medical professional they have neuropathy, but neuropathy is not a separate and distinct thing that can be treated. We treat people. So the answer is, if I have someone who has been diagnosed with neuropathy, is it possible for them to reverse that condition? The answer is yes, it's possible. I've seen it happen. The first thing to consider with neuropathy is that it's a side effect of metformin. So if you're taking metformin, which a lot of people are taking metformin, and oh, by the way,
I don't know what that is, Doc.
it's a medicine that's given for blood sugar management.
Oh, okay.
And it's given out like, it's given out like Tylenol. It's one of the most prescribed blood sugar management medications in the world. There's only one problem with metformin. Nobody knows how it works. Let me say that again. They do not know how it works. They don't know the mechanism. Now they know that the blood sugar numbers come down, but they have no idea how that happens, but they're happy to prescribe it. And one of the leading side effects of metformin is neuropathy, especially peripheral neuropathy in the soles of the feet. So if you have any illness whatsoever, I don't care what it is, the first thing you want to consider is it a side effect of one of the medicines that I've been prescribed? Because frequently it is. You have to rule that out, and that's easy to figure out. You just go to WebMD or drugrx.com or figure it out and type in the drug that you're taking and see if your symptoms are a side effect of one of those meds. It's the first thing to consider. So yeah, I've seen neuropathy fixed a number of times. I've had a number of patients where we couldn't fix it. You know, there's a saying in holistic medicine and curative medicine that there's no such thing as an incurable disease, but there are incurable people. So the body's ability to fix itself is quite remarkable. There is a point of no return. I mean, I don't know anything that's going to grow back a finger if you cut it off in a buzzsaw, right? But the things that I've seen people recover from in 37 years are, you probably wouldn't believe it. I have a colleague. He developed an entire system of hands-on healing, which was codified from a number of of biblical sources, right? I mean, it was the work that this guy did was remarkable. This guy was also rated by the Food and Drug Administration because he came up with an effective antidote against the COVID jab. But my point is, he had one patient with a spinal cord. The spinal cord was severed in an automobile accident. The guy was paralyzed from the waist down. And within 1 year of doing daily hands-on healing techniques, the guy's spinal cord fixed itself, and now he can walk again.
Well, that reminds me of Dr. Joe Dispenza. The same thing happened with him.
That's right. So my point is that the body's ability to fix itself is quite remarkable. And my position now, after 37 years, is you should always attempt to cure the condition because you've got nothing to lose. Because if the holistic therapeutic is unable to fix the problem, it will fix a lot of other things. Because this isn't, what medical doctors do is they triage. They have one treatment for the blood pressure, one treatment for the arthritis, one treatment for the insomnia, one treatment for the depression. It's like that. None of it's curative, and it's all BS mostly. But our treatments are holistic. This is a very misunderstood term. So when you undergo an effective holistic medical intervention, the entire system benefits and is strengthened from it. And even if the chief complaint is beyond the body's ability to recover from, everything else improves. And so it's like never fail fudge, the holistic treatment, because you will garner positive effects from it. And that's why I think my second book was called Attempt a Cure, because that's what everybody needs to do. We need to attempt to cure the condition, rather than just genuflect at the altar of medical mediocrity.
Okay, let's not pull out the hatchet right now, Doc, not until we get to the subscriber only live. Hey, Doc, this is Pat Militich. He had a question in the chat, so I just brought him up so he could ask you directly.
What's going on, Pat?
Hi, doctor. Pleasure to meet you. Have listened to you for quite a few years. We do a lot of soil to human health programs to help people understand their health through the soil, basically. And I wanted you to assist people in understanding the difference between inorganic metals and what real minerals, bioavailable minerals are, and some of that to assist people in that are ingesting rock dust and synthetic vitamins instead of real vitality-giving substances.
Well, it's a wonderful thing. There was an article in National Geographic about 25 years ago. It was all about the soil. And the United States Department of Agriculture in the 1930s, I forget the Senate document number, you might know it, but they sent
is it Senate document 264?
Yes, it is 264. It was red alert. The mineral content in the soils are diminishing dramatically, and we need to fix this. And Congress did nothing about it. So here's how it goes. Nature is beautiful, right? And nature has figured out a way. So if, let's say you want calcium, okay. So you go to the White Cliffs of Dover, it's all calcium carbonate. You dig up a bunch of calcium carbonate from the earth, you bring it to a laboratory, you purify it, you get all the worms and everything else out of it. Now you get pure calcium carbonate. Okay, you put that into capsules and you swallow it. You're lucky if you can absorb maybe 10% of that, and that would be pushing it, quite frankly. You're probably, in reality, less than 5% of it. And because of the inability of people's stomach acid to be healthy and strong, because everybody's on a salt-restricted diet that the medical doctors told them to do, most people wouldn't even be able to digest 5% of the calcium carbonate. However, if you take that calcium carbonate that you've dug up, you put it in your garden, you plant plants on top of it, when the roots of the plant, when the microbes in the soil mix with the mineral in the soil, and then the plant's roots absorb the mineral from the soil, the molecular structure of the mineral is changed. Mm-hmm. Now it becomes almost 100% bioavailable.
Right.
So a plant-derived mineral is the perfect form of mineral to keep the human body functioning. And this is a very important point because minerals are 66% of the body's nutrient needs. It's the lion's share. 2/3 of what your body needs to keep going and just to run the way that God intended it to are minerals. But plants cannot make minerals. Animals cannot make minerals. The only way that minerals get into the body is if they're in the soil. And then the plant sucks it up and we eat the plant, but here's the problem. As reported to Congress in the 1930s, there aren't enough minerals in the soil. And oh, by the way, as the mineral content in the soil has decreased, guess what's increased? Chronic disease. So there's not enough minerals in the soil, number one. And number two, when you spray the plants with herbicides like glyphosate, guess what happens? The herbicides leach down into the soil. They interfere with the uptake process of the mineral. So even if there are minerals in the soil, the plant has trouble absorbing them. So the more herbicides that are used, the more minerally deficient the plants become. The more minerally deficient the plants become, the more minerally deficient human beings become. The more minerally deficient human beings become, the genesis of chronic disease skyrockets. So you need minerals, and the best form of minerals is plant-derived minerals. There are only 2 companies in the world that I'm aware of that produce that stuff. And if there was only one thing that I was allowed by law to tell people to do, it would be get the plant-derived minerals and suck them down every day, because that will change your life.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Did that answer your question there, Pat?
Yeah, and those are points that I try to get across to people, that by spraying the herbicides, fungicides, that we kill the microorganisms as well in the soil that are responsible for releasing exudates to bond minerals, metals with carbon and make them bioavailable and assist people in pushing toxins out of there, create genetic expression.
Well, it's not just pushing toxins, because the body, these minerals are essential.
Sure, right.
The body needs them, right, to function properly, just to keep the heart going and to keep the circulation going and to keep the liver and the gallbladder and the spleen good, right?
Yeah.
And also for detoxification. But here's the kicker, man. Do you think the people that developed the herbicides did not know that?
Well, I will say this, that the term antibiotic means anti-life, right? So, by very nature of the product, it's going to kill the organisms and things like that in the soil. So, if we have soil nutrient minerals, the full diversity of mineralization in soil, and no microbes, it doesn't matter. It doesn't help the soil. And if the microorganisms, the diversity of them are in the soil and there's no minerals, then you've got the same problem. They have to go together to create bioavailable minerals, nutrients for vitality on Earth, right?
Yeah, that's right. And so because farmers have not been educated to mineralize the soil, and because the pharmaceutical industry is evil, they've done this on purpose to demineralize the soil to generate chronic disease. I think it was done on purpose. I think it was.
Hey guys, let me interrupt you real quick. Dr. Neal is trying to join us. Julian, for some reason, you have logged in with another account. You don't have enough followers to come on. I don't know why you've switched your account, but you have 0 followers and 0 following. So if you can log out and log back in under the original account, then we can bring you up. I don't know why it has changed like that, but if you could do that, that'd be great. Sorry, guys, go ahead.
No, that's awesome, and I love the conversation because Dr. Glidden's he's got such a massive amount of knowledge in all these years. So that's all I do is I do my best to explain soil health, and therefore people start to understand why they're having issues, like side effects of explosions in lakes in Iowa, for instance, this summer, of E. coli. Well, what is the soil in Iowa being pounded with? Synthetic chemicals, NPKs, and all of that. So when there's runoff into the streams and eventually into the lakes, well, they close all the beaches because there's an E. coli explosion, which is just nature fighting back to try and digest the impurities in the water, right? And that's an infection in a lake that when someone goes to a doctor with an infection and gets an antibiotic, it's the same thing.
100% correct, but because of the materialistic underpinnings, based on Newtonian science, that all of the scientific disciplines have been brought up inside of these distinctions are completely lost, right?
And
The scientists of the day, the doctors of the day have thrown the baby out with the bathwater because they don't understand the bigger picture. And when it comes to human health, the bigger picture is as follows. We are spiritual beings having a physical experience. The body is inhabited by a spiritual intelligence. The body knows how to fix itself. The body wants to fix itself. The body is trying to fix itself all of the time. But it needs certain things. We have to eat food. We have to drink water. We have to put warm clothes on when we go into a cold environment. There are things that we need to do to keep the body healthy. Well, one of the things that we need to do is give the body the minerals that it needs, because they're not in the food. They're not in the food. You could have 100 acres of the most organic farmland on planet Earth, and you would still be minerally deficient.
Right.
Because the minerals that the body needs are not equally distributed in the soil. It's like chocolate ripple ice cream. There's a little here, and there's a little there, and there's a lot here, and there's none here. It's like that. Supplementation with essential plant-derived minerals is mandatory. It's not a good idea. It's not optional. It's mandatory. And if you do that,
Well, and
things
Doc,
improve.
we're talking about nutritional deficiency. What about toxicity as well?
Well, so on a scale, right, we're going to compare apples to apples. Nutrient deficiency is way more problematic than toxicity. And they're both present. But here's the kicker. If the body was minerally optimized, it would be able to detoxify a lot of the things that find their entrance into the body, a lot of the exogenous chemicals. The body would just take care of them because the body knows they're not good, but the body needs things in order to detoxify. Most of the things the body needs are minerals. So, you take care of the minerals, you've taken care of half of the toxic load problem, and it's like that. Mineralization of the body is a fundamental foundation to optimal health, and nobody knows it.
And I just wanted to say that we have to make sure, because my family came from agriculture back in the 70s when the Green Revolution happened. Look, they sold everybody, the university professors, and those folks were out going and visiting farmers, and sold them on bigger yields, bigger amounts of land, bigger tractors, bigger everything. And so it's important not to blame farmers. It's important to understand the system that they're stuck in, and that they can't get loans for seeds and inputs unless they follow the SOPs of the chemical companies, and they can't get insurance unless they follow the SOPs. So the triumvirate of those corporations have farmers in a situation where they have to do it. Look, can we remineralize the soil? 100%. We've got mountains and mountains of waste refuse from mining that's so mineral rich that we could spread it all over the earth and lay down the microbes and convert it like that, right? But it's outside of the system that they're stuck in, and can we make it cost effective for them? So that's kind of the what I'm talking about with what we're doing, right?
Yeah, and I think there is a reason that all of these things are in place, which keep the minerals out of the soil. Right? There's a reason that this is happening, and it's to keep everybody sick.
Sure.
Hey guys, let's move to the subscriber only live now, because there's a lot more questions in here, and I some of them I don't think we should do on an open live. So I'm going to try and move us to a subscriber only live. Now TikTok has been having some issues with this, so I'm going to see if it's going to work here. Hold on. Shoot, Alex, it's still not letting me do it. I don't know why it won't let me switch to the subscriber only live.
So we can just log out and come back in.
Yeah, we're going to have to. Okay, everybody. So what we're going to do is Alex, did you want to say something?
It was under super fan, not subscriber. You were able to figure it out last week or the week before.
No, I had hoped that I would, but I'm looking at The only, well, maybe it's under fan club. Let's see if
That's
it's
where
there.
it's at. There you go.
Real-time data. Let's see, it's not giving me anything to click to. Team members, maybe. Discord. Sorry, everybody. I'm just trying to figure out how we can
And
get
real quick,
to.
while you're figuring that out, Sam, Pat, go ahead and give everybody the contact information to get Soil Saviors. I think it's a worthy endeavor for anyone, no matter the size of your farm.
No, and gardeners, orchard owners, hunting land, ranchers, whatever, they can go to soilsaviors.org, and there's a lot of educational videos on our YouTube channel as well. And it just, Dr. Glidden, we need to talk more. You're a guy that I've wanted to have conversations with for a long time. So.
All right, so
I'll send you guys both a text so you can introduce if you're okay with that.
let's do that.
Thanks, Alex.
I'm all in.
Thanks, Sam.
Okay. Let me what we're gonna have to do, everybody, is we're gonna have to end the live and then we're gonna bring yeah, I don't see how I can it's just not letting me do it. I don't know why. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna end the live. Everybody's gonna have to log back in on TikTok because I just for some reason I cannot figure out why it's not letting me do this. So let's end the live. I'm going to turn it right back on. Everybody just re-log back in. Okay. See y'all in a little bit.